With her compelling narratives and profound insights into personal development, Catherine Crick has become a sought-after figure in both spiritual and secular arenas. She's joining us this morning, author of Secret of the Anointing. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm amazing.
Wonderful. Wonderful to have you here. So I want to just start off with, how did you find the courage to do what you feel you are not equipped to do?
Yes. So I found that true confidence is not about feeling confident, but despite the feelings of fear and feeling like I can't do this, you push past those fears and you do it anyway. I found that we have more strength than we realize. I could not speak in the public very well. Public speaking was my biggest fear and weakness. But I had this great conviction that I was called to be a minister. I was called to speak in front of many people for God. And so it didn't matter how I felt. I just had to do it. And so for 3.5 years, I would get up in front of people, starting with just a couple. Then it grew to like 20, and we had 10 the next year, 5 the next year, 2 the next year when COVID hit. And all through that time, I felt so inadequate. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I would compare myself to other people and feel like I'm not powerful. I'm not a good speaker. I don't know really. I don't think people are blessed, but I just kept going and preaching anyways. And I found that as I just kept going, I grew in this. What was a weakness became a strength. But for 3.5 years, I would feel these feelings of doubt, of insecurity, but I just pushed past those feelings and overcame. And now I know that anybody can do more than they think they can. You just cannot listen to those feelings of fear.
All right. So how do you overcome those feelings of fear then?
Well, for me, it was my faith in God, and just I believed He had called me to do this, and I believe He'd equipped me to do this. There's a story in the Bible of Moses who had a stutter, and God called him to be a prophet, a leader of many, many people, of like about 1 million people. And so he says, I have a stutter. I can't do this. But God says, I made your mouth. Believe that I will give you the power to do it. So I just kept believing I can do this. I can't listen to my feelings. So I just pushed past those fears, kept my faith, and chose to be strong and chose to be courageous.
So then how do you explain to someone what the key is to living a fulfilled life?
So many people, they think to find fulfillment, they need to chase after happiness. But you find stories of people who've pursued their dreams. They have money, they have family, they have success in their career, but they still feel empty inside. And the reason is because chasing happiness won't bring happiness. But how to find happiness and fulfillment is to find your purpose. And that's your purpose is to make a difference in this world, to be an inspiration to other people, to love others, to be a light to others, to not be about yourself. If you're thinking too much about yourself, you're never going to feel that happiness and contentment. And for me, I needed God's strength to do that. I've found fulfillment in finding my purpose, but I needed God's strength and direction to show me what that purpose was and give me the strength to do it, because it wasn't easy to do to do what I'm called to do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.